here already.
All right. Hello,
Lots coming
everyone.
in.
We got lots of spoiled agents just to see you, Tracy.
I'm excited to see all of you. This is great, especially on a beautiful summer day.
Beautiful, for
Mhm.
sure.
Oh,
All
look at
right.
everybody. Oh my gosh, where are you all coming from? I see we've got Lydia, you're here from Woodstock, but where's everyone else coming from? Love to see that as well. Calgary, nice. And
Well,
Halifax, I was just in Halifax, Kelly, last week. One of my favorite parts of our
me
beautiful country.
too.
Look at
Me
everybody.
too.
Ottawa, we are hitting everywhere. Let's see. Let's see if we can get every province. Wouldn't that be amazing? Edmonton, that's where I'm from, Betsy.
Well, and that's the thing as well, Tracy, is that you have brought all of our spoiled agents from across Canada,
Love.
coast to coast, and you and I are coast to coast, actually, where we're situated right now as well,
We are.
because we are in for a special treat today. I know we're just letting our spoiled agents in, but you know what? I'm recording the session. And I think we're going to get started here, of course. I would like to welcome everybody. We are live here on Zoom. We are live on Facebook because my Facebook's over there. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. And we are live here with Tracy, who Tracy is representing Visit Seattle. Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm saying good morning because I'm here on the West Coast. I'm actually located in Victoria, so I'm our Canadian trade director. So Seattle's just a hop, skip, and a jump for lucky me, and I'm lucky enough to get down there frequently. So I am going to come to you with a Canadian hat. So wow, I love seeing. I see names I know on here as well. Susan. I know you're going to Seattle in September, so that's great. Yeah, I see lots of names I know as well. So this is great to see everyone.
Oh, so Sherry's got a group of 43 going to Seattle in August.
Nice, Sherry. I can't wait to hear about what you're doing.
Wow.
It's going to be amazing for an overnight and a tour. Okay,
All right. This is it. You guys are in the
fantastic.
right place today.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we can get you some new ideas, Sherry. A little late, I guess, for that, but this is great. So,
So a few things will get started if that's okay. Just our friends here on Facebook, if you're joining us on Facebook, we want to know you're here. So please add your email in the comments. If you're
mhm.
here on Zoom, don't give us your email as well in the comments because you're registered, so we already know you're here. Okay. But also, I know you guys are in for a very special treat. I'm gonna spill the tea, okay, Tracy? I've got to do it. We've got something special in store for when you're finished presenting. We want everyone to listen to Tracy's amazing wise words about Visit Seattle because we're gonna play, wait for it, the Wheel of Seattle. All right, so it's gonna be fun. It's at the end, so please listen. You guys have to stay on, of course. And I know Tracy's been very, very generous today. Tracy, what you're giving away something really great. Do you want to let us know?
Well, I think it's sort of one of everyone's favorite little prizes. We've got a $100 Starbucks gift card to enjoy
Wow.
those nice cold summer drinks. And you know what? It makes a lot of sense because as probably many of you know, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Seattle is home to that original Starbucks. And yeah, so you can go to the roastery and have an actual tour and learn all about the history of the amazing Starbucks story. So and then if you stay until the end and you win, you're going to get a chance to enjoy $100 worth of Starbucks this summer.
But you also have something exciting. If they become a specialist, what
Mhm.
happens with that? And I'm going to pop all these links in, guys, so don't worry
Okay.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We've got lots to give away. So not only that, but everybody else, if you sit through today and there's going to be an opportunity, we're not going to make the draw live today. We'll make the draw after, but we are doing a FAM in October to Seattle. And not one, not two, but three of you are going to have an opportunity to win a spot on that FAM. And it is going to be incredible. I was on FAM just last October, and I'll tell you, my friend Caitlin that Visit Seattle, she knows how to put on an amazing FAM. So stay through to the end. There's a little bit of enticement, immediate gratifications with a Starbucks card, or one of three FAM trips.
Okay, we're going to get started, but I want to say
Okay.
Chantel here on Zoom said, I managed a Starbucks when I was younger and I always wanted to go see the original one.
So love, love, love. Okay, well,
Awesome.
Chantel, listen close to all the questions, to all the information, because the fun game that we're going to play at the end all that information will be in the presentation.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you get started if you want to share your screen and your sound. And
Okay.
I'm gonna close my camera and my mic. But you know what, guys? Of course, you all know I'll be here popping in some information as Tracy goes. And again, just stay on past the presentation. We're just gonna play like a quick little game. It's just for fun, but the winner is not drawn from the game, just so you all know. Okay? All
Right.
right. Okay, we
Just to
see a
make
Nick.
sure you're listening. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Okay, so we covered all of sort of the introductions and all those good things. Let's talk about how we're going to get to Seattle. Well, pretty easy from Canada. We've got 30 plus nonstop international flights. Seven of those are from gateways right here in Canada, right across the country. So we've got Montreal, we've got Toronto, Calgary, Edmonton, Kelowna, new, Victoria, and Vancouver. Those are all direct flights that are offered. And then, of course, there's a number of connectors that are available from multiple cities of Canada, throughout Canada. We're really well served by WestJet, Air Canada, and Alaska Air. So lots of options. And then, of course, for those of you over on the West Coast, or you've got somebody who's doing a domestic trip and out to the West Coast, lots of ways to get down to Seattle. Once you're on the West Coast, got daily service by float plane, train, and ferry. So float planes land you in the heart of South Lake Union, and those are offered by both Harbour Air and Kenmore Air. Harbour Air flies out of downtown Vancouver, and Kenmore Air flies out of downtown Victoria. So it's a nice way to do that little Vancouver, Victoria, Seattle loop. That's a great triangle trip. Or if you prefer water transfer, we also have ferry service with the FRS Clipper and Blackball Ferry Services. Both of those are out of Victoria downtown. And the FRS Clipper goes right into downtown heart of Seattle. And the Blackball Ferry service is a 2.5 hour drive. It takes you into Port Angeles, and then you get to explore upstate Washington and do a beautiful 2.5 hour drive down to downtown Seattle. And then Amtrak services also resume from Seattle to Vancouver. So lots of options for ways to get here.
Did you want to share
I
your
will
screen?
say, if you have questions, please just throw them in the chat and we'll answer them at the end. Okay. So I meant to say that in the beginning. Uh, Cruise terminals. I
Did you want
know
to share your
that
screen,
lots.
Tracy? Sorry to
What's that?
interrupt. Did you want to share your screen? Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, did it not share?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
okay.
sorry about that. I'm talking away and I had all these beautiful pictures.
It's okay. You did great.
Just a moment. My apologies, everyone.
Okay.
All right. You missed all my great pictures. I'm kidding.
You can go back.
I'm
That's great.
kidding. I am kidding. Sorry, now I've lost my, and we practiced this, I swear, everybody, we really did. Okay. So my share is, just give me 1 second here because what I've lost now is my notes that were on here. Okay. We are in business. Apologies, everyone. We're catching right up. We're at cruise terminals in Seattle. Is that what everyone's seeing? Please say yes. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Susan, you're seeing the screen now, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, awesome. Okay, let's hit cruise. So we know that cruise big business for our Canadian travelers. So in 2025, Seattle will host just shy of 300 sailings to Alaska. All the major lines are there. I'm not going to list them all, but new to Seattle, Cunard was added this year. And in 2026, Virgin Voyages and MSC Cruises is going to be operating out of Seattle as well. So this provides like so many great opportunities for that pre and post within the Seattle region. So just something to keep in the back of your mind as we're going through talking about all the fun things to do in Seattle through today. So let's kick off talking about exploring Seattle. We're going to talk about some top attractions, some sports, outdoor activities, and festivals. Here we go. Space Needle, iconic Space Needle, built in 1962 for the Seattle World's Fair. In 2018, the Space Needle did their largest renovation ever, and that included the Loop, world's first and only rotating glass floor, alongside with two great floor-to-ceiling glass 360 views of the city. It's really incredible. It takes about 30 minutes to make one round. And just small trivia for you, Loop is actually spelled Loupe because it refers pardon me, refers to the revolving glass floor, which is inspired by a watchmaker's loop, Loupe, which is a magnifying glass. And it kind of plays on that whole idea of a loop, rotation as the floor spins, and the magnifying glass loop, and looking through and seeing everything below. So, not for the faint of heart, who those of us who have a little fear of heights, but super cool all the same. And then this is one of my favorite things to do in Seattle. If you have not been, this opened in 2012, the Chihuly Garden and Glass Gardens. And it features the work of Dale Chihuly. And it's honestly one of my favorite things to do. There's 3 different spaces to enjoy there. There's the exhibition hall, which features 8 different galleries. There's the glass forest, the Persian ceiling, phenomenal. And the sea life room and 5 others. I won't list them all. And then there's the glass house, which is featuring one of Chihuly's largest suspended sculptures. It's over 100 feet long and 1,340 individual pieces on that ceiling. And then outside, there's an actual garden. It's a really cool, unique plant collection specifically chosen to complement Chihuly's work. So that's a definite must do while you're there. And then for the music, our pop culture lovers, of course, formerly known as Experience Music Project, we've got Mopop, Museum of Pop Culture. You'll hear it called Mopop. That can be found in Seattle City Center. It's right next to the Space Needle and Chihuly Gardens and Glass, so everything's really conveniently located there. Mopop features some of the great exhibits ranging from hip hop to grunge, Nirvana fans, must do for a Nirvana fan, Jimi Hendrix. Also features film and TV exhibits, all that pop culture stuff, fantasy, right? I think fantasy, worlds of myth and magic is there, and Scared to Death, the thrill of horror film. So those different features will revolve throughout Mopop as well. So it's always good to check out the website to see what's coming or sign up for any of the newsletters and keep up to date what's coming. Here we go. Pike Place Market, iconic. How do you not go there and just eat yourself silly? Or that maybe that's just me who does that when I go. But 3 trade-ready operators who do food tours at a Pike Place Market. There's 2 new ways to explore the market. We've got the coffee crawl and happy hour. Little something for everybody. 2 trade market to table cooking tours. So that's really cool. We did one last October. Atrium Kitchen and Market Kitchen. They will take you on a tour of the market where you'll buy everything that you're going to then go and cook. So that's a really great experience, something unique, something a little different for those clients who want to really have a hands-on experience. Some fun facts about Pike Place. It was founded in 1907, and what it actually started with was 8 covered wagons. Yes, wagons. That's how Pike Place Market started. It is one of the country's oldest and largest public markets. It's historic. It's in this historic neighborhood. There's 220 independently owned shops and restaurants within the market. 150 plus craftspeople there at any given time. 70 plus farmers. We've got 60 different buskers that will come and go throughout the market, and 450 residents actually live in their affordable housing. So something kind of interesting that not a lot of people know about is there's the Pike Place Market Foundation. And that supports the market community with things like social services, childcare, food bank, senior center healthcare, and then of course this housing project. So that's a little known fact about the market area. So great way to eat your way through Seattle, just in a very confined area. And then we're off to Seattle's waterfront, iconic waterfront. There's that wheel we talked about. The general waterfront spans 17 blocks from Pioneer Square all the way to Bell Square. Extensive pedestrian lighting and walkways, so easy way to get around. There's lots of greenery with all the native plants. Connects Pike Place Market to the Seattle waterfront, and with the new Overlook Park, which is pretty cool. Got to experience that this last year as well. Exploring the waterfront, you've got, we're going to explore it a little bit more in depth in the next few slides. So we're going to see Pioneer Square, the tours, some underground stuff. So we'll jump into those. Here we go, Seattle Aquarium. This is brand new, just opened in fall of 2024. Great for family. And it's part of the City Pass, which we'll talk about in here in a minute. Argosy Cruises. This is an ex, they work really well with trade. They've got three different cruises. They've got their harbor cruise, they've got the Locks cruise, which is 2 hours, and it takes you from the saltwater of Puget Sound out to the freshwater of Lake Union. And then we've got some Summer Views cruise, which is about 1.5 hours. It's just a little more extended than the harbor cruise, which is just a quick hour, but it's such a lovely way to see Seattle from the water, especially on a beautiful summer day. And then we've got Pier 57, pretty iconic, great for families, great just to, bustle around, hang out. It's home to the Great Wheel. There's Wings Over Washington there. The Salish Sea Tours offers their tours out of there. Fun arcade, carousel, and there's 4 restaurants, so lots to see and eat and drink just down at Pier 57. Seattle Underground. You can't go to Seattle and not do an underground tour. This is the first neighborhood of Seattle, developed in the late 1800s. And then in 1889, there was a fire that actually took out 30 blocks of it. In this underground tour, you actually get to see the remnants of that. So you're going to learn about the history and the fire and how they rebuilt it and some of the challenges they had, some pretty quirky challenges that they hadn't thought of. So that's cool. There's a couple of companies that offer that. We've got Beneath the Streets Underground History Tours or the classic Bill Speedle's Underground Tour. Also, and I don't have a slide of it, but one of the things, Seattle has one national park, and that's the Klondike Gold Rush National Historical Park. The park is kind of your gateway to learn all about the Klondike Gold Rush from that region and explore some public lands and engage a little bit more with the local community at this beautiful park. Okay, Boeing factory tour. This is probably one of the most asked questions we got over the last couple of years. The tour is back on. Book in advance. It's a very, very popular tour. It is in the Show Me Seattle for a bookable FIT option, but it's just south of, just out. It's a must book ahead, sorry, as I said. And then there's the Museum of Flight. So that's the largest independent nonprofit air and space museum in the world. It's phenomenal. Even if you are not an aircraft aficionado, it's a pretty cool thing to do. It's home to 175 different aircraft and spacecraft, millions of rare photos, dozens of exhibits and experiences. You can explore just on your own, or you can arrange a tour in advance with a docent, or like I said, you kind of just exploring on your own. They've got wonderful volunteers there who are really excited to be there, and they will talk your ear off if you want. So yeah, full of great information. You can also visit with premium experiences and curate a tour with them as well. But great day featuring their aircraft history. So we talked, I did refer a couple of different times to the City Pass, Seattle City Pass. If you're not familiar with it, it's actually valid for 9 days. So you can really take your time exploring Seattle and you'll save up to 50% on 5 top Seattle attractions. So currently, I think it's 186 Canadian, and that will get you Space Needle in the aquarium, and then you get to choose 3 more attractions. So you can choose the Argosy Cruise Harbor Tour. You can go into Mopop Museum, you can do the Woodland Park Zoo, or you can do the Chihuly Gardens. You get to choose 3 of those. And then if you're short on time, there's also Seattle C3 ticket, which gives you a one-time admission to 3 of the top attractions. So all those ones we just talked about, plus what else? The Museum of Flight, the Skyview Observatory, or the Seattle Art Museum. So you can choose 3 of those for one price. So both of those really good deals. Encourage you to have a look at those when sending your clients to Seattle. It's super cost effective. Okay, sports. Can't talk Seattle and not talk sports. NFL, Seahawks. Something we don't have in Canada is the NFL. Big driver for sports tourism into that region. Lumen Field, which is the host stadium, has game day tours. You can go out on the field experiences and really like elevate your game day experience. And if you go to a Seahawks game, kind of a must do in the stadium district, while there's lots of food and beverages and lots of things happening out in that stadium district, you got to do a Seattle dog if you've not. If you don't know, a Seattle dog is classically a bit of a late night food, if you know what I mean. But they do offer it in the stadium district on game days, and it's a bun, your hot dog, sort of typical hot dog with cream cheese, grilled onions, and often like some interesting toppings like I don't know, jalapenos, sauerkraut, all those kind of things. But again, traditionally a bit of a late night food, but fun on a game day as well. Other sports, the Mariners, and of course the Blue Jays. That series is over for this year, but it's always popular with our Canadians. Those games are all played at T-Mobile Park, and they also offer game day tours. So you can go and you can watch batting practice. You can like go to things down on the field. So always worth looking into those game day experiences. T-Mobile Park, they also do the Mariners $10 game day tickets. So day of game, you can walk up and often get $10 game day tickets. And one of the things that the food and beverage, actually in all of the stadiums, I would say in Seattle and all of the sports facilities, pretty cool. Like in this one in particular, they have lots of cool food and beverage, but one of the most interesting ones, I'd love to ask the question if anybody knows it, but we should have made this our poll. It is crickets. So if you want some high protein snacks, you can get some crickets while you're watching a ball game. And then, of course, hockey. We all love our hockey. Seattle Kraken Climate Pledge Arena alone is worth going to a hockey game down there for. It's a really cool arena. It's the most sustainable arena in the entire world. One of the sort of favorite initiatives, fan favorite initiatives, is the hyper local rain to rink, in that the sheet of ice is created entirely with Seattle rainwater. So they take sustainability to a whole nother level. They actually use organic dyes in the lines and numbers on the ice that melts and can run right into the sound, Puget Sound. So it's an excellent tour. If you have a chance and you're going to see a game, try and get in and do a Climate Pledge Arena tour as well. It's incredible the work that they've done in the green space, so to speak. Okay, speaking of green space, let's move outside. Okay, you've been in the city, you want to get outside a little bit, you can combine some outdoor adventures. Our friends at Evergreen Escapes offer door-to-door tours for visitors. Don't need their car. They can fly right into Seattle, enjoy walking around, and they don't even need a car to get outside. We've got Mount Rainier, of course, iconic hiking, North Cascades, you can go camping, hiking, boating, all again with Evergreen Escapes. And then the Olympic National Park, phenomenal park. It's just 35 minutes on the ferry from Edmonds. So that one you've got to drive to Edmonds first. And there's, wine tasting experiences. There's, the beautiful Olympic Peninsula. Obviously all of the hiking and there's also the lavender farms and the Dungeness National Wildlife Refuge town. So lots to do in the outdoors in Seattle as well. So do get outside there. And now, those are just like, we highlighted some of the attractions. Let's talk about some of the reasons to go to Seattle. There are a couple of really great festivals. There's tons of them, actually, always something going on in Seattle, but I'm just going to highlight a couple just to keep your eye out for. In the second week of October, there is Refract, which is the annual glass art festival, and it celebrates hundreds of glass artists. And you saw the Chihuly Gardens earlier. I mean, that's next level, but these artists are incredible. And you get a chance to 70 studios actually open up their doors. There's shuttles, there's parties, there's all kinds of open studio demonstrations and one-of-a-kind exhibits that are offered. So that's in October. And again, if you're signed up for the Visit Seattle newsletter, you'll get some advance warning of some of these things happening. And then in November, Cloud Break. This is a music festival, and it's interesting. It's a product of the pandemic when they were trying to get money and exposure back into local artists or pockets. The schedule comes out every late summer, early fall, and when you book into a downtown participating hotel, you get free admission to a concert. So there you go. Museum month. February is fantastic. You know what? Kind of rainy maybe sometimes in Seattle in February. Well, museum month. Stay at a downtown hotel and you get half off your admission to over 30 museums in the downtown core. So, and surrounding areas. Phenomenal time to go visit all those museums at 50% off. And then we're going to, you know what? If you've been to Seattle, you've been there a couple of times, you want to learn a little bit more about the cool neighborhoods. Seattle is a city full of cool neighborhoods. Of course, we talked about Pioneer Square a little bit. That's where those underground tours are. We've got Lake Union. That's where the houseboats are. Think Sleepless in Seattle. There's all the waterways, Argosies there. In the summer, you can do a hot tub boat out in the middle of Lake Union. So that's something a little different for sure. Capitol Hill, super cool neighborhood. It's the center of Seattle's LGBTQ plus community and home to like really cool thrift stops. Macklemore loves it there apparently, and the Starbucks Roastery. And you can do an espresso martini tour. I mean, come on, nothing better than espresso martini. And then one of the neighborhoods that you might not be familiar with is the Fremont Ballard area. They call it Freelard. Breweries, 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 more breweries, and super fun eats. So a couple of neighborhoods to think about getting out to explore, and all pretty accessible, also by public transit. So I have a quick little video that's just maybe a little inspiration to get you thinking about the sights and sounds of Seattle. And then we're going to I'll tell you quickly about the destination program. But we'll show you this video. And if you want, if you want to do some social posts and stuff, and if you look at the Visit Seattle TV, that's our content channel. Lots of cool videos on there. This is an example of one.
Meet me on the west coast of the salt air. Breathe slow. Go out to the unknown. We'll make it our own. Meet me on the west coast. We'll make it our own.
Meet me on the West Coast for sure. So, oh, sorry. Apparently it's on a loop now. There we go. Yeah, like I said, that Visit Seattle content channel, lots of great video and inspiration to think about some more ideas. So if you're not already, become a Seattle destination expert. We've been promoting our new Seattle Destination Specialist program. You've probably all seen it, which is probably why you're here today. Become a Seattle expert. You get, typical, you get insider tips and tricks and tools to sell the city. It's a brand new program. We really think it's really fabulous. It will take you under 2 hours to complete. You can pop in and out. You can use it on your phone. You can use it on your laptop. So, sitting, waiting for the bus, do a few questions, a few slides, things like that. So you can stop and start as time permits. But whatever you do, make sure you finish by July 1st, Canada Day. Super easy to remember. Finish by July 1st, and then you'll be entered into that draw we talked about. There's a QR code there you can scan as well, which will take you directly to the Seattle Destination Training Program. Get done by July 31st. We'll do that draw on, pardon me, July 31st, July 1st, Canada Day. Finish by that date. Then we will draw for those 3 spots for that Seattle FAM taking place October 5th to the 8th. So make sure you get that done. And like we said, now I think we're going to go right into the game and the draw. We'll go right into, I guess, our game, but that's a reminder of that $100 Starbucks gift card for everyone who's stayed on and listened to me blabber for the last 25 minutes.
You did great, Tracy. You did amazing.
And I think Susan's gonna, do we want to do the Q&A or do you want to do the
Yeah.
game first?
Let's do a couple of questions and then we'll pop into the game if that's good with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I appreciate
Absolutely.
everyone who added them to the Q&A. Thank you, the Q&A
I'm,
box.
I'm going to stop sharing.
Sure,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, so Susan, because I love Susan's name, Susan completed the course. When can she expect the diploma? The certificate?
You know what? That is a good question. And can I get back to you on that one, Susan? I'm not sure because it's such a new program. I'm not 100% sure of what that process is on that back end. So I'm going to take a note, Susan, and I will let you know on when the diplomas will be sent out. So,
Well, and Tracy kind of has the same question that she completed it. She hasn't received anything. So Tracy, what we do is we share with Visit Seattle all the questions that are asked
yeah,
after, along with everyone who joined in live. So keep that in mind.
yeah, which is going to be great. Okay.
Celine is asking, what is offered in the needle?
What is offered? How do you mean what is
I'm not
offered?
sure. Maybe Celine, if you want to let us know what you mean by that. And I believe she's asking about the pass, the city pass. Is it reusable for another trip?
No, it's good for 9 days. So when you buy the full city pass, it's good for 9 days. So from the first date of activation, it's good for 9 days. So you have to use it on one trip only. And again, like I said, if you're short on time, there is that three experience ticket. So you can buy that and then just use it for three experiences of your choice. So it really depends on, there's a couple of options there. One saves you like 50%, the 9 day pass, and the other one saves you about 30, I think it's 32% it'll save you by going to three of the attractions. And there's lots to choose from. So I'd recommend that.
Okay. And do you know how they can go about reserving the cruise?
For Argosy, yeah,
Yes.
direct through Argosy Cruises. Yeah, they're really great working with trade. So we can either get you an introduction. If you want an introduction directly to their sales manager, we can do that, or you can reach out to them direct, whichever you like.
Okay, Susan, yes. Of course, Susan was going back to the question about the certificate and everything as well.
Okay,
Okay, let's see here. Is that expo you had mentioned all year long, or how does that work?
the which?
The expo you had talked about, the I'm not
The
sure.
expo?
Yeah, you had mentioned an expo. I'm not sure. Celine, maybe if you want to just let us know exactly what you mean.
I don't recall.
Okay.
We talked about the Space Needle was launched at Expo
Okay, maybe that
how
was
many
it. Was
years
that all
ago.
year long?
Yeah. Well, this no, but Expo was the event, right? It was the Seattle World Expo, and
Right.
that's when the Space Needle was built. But I'm not sure which other expo.
Okay, let's see. So that one's good. Okay, let's see here. All right. So I think what we're gonna do is just while we're gonna transition over here, guys,
Right?
if that's good with everybody. I think it's time that we tested everyone's knowledge, okay, which we're very excited about because you gave the answers throughout your presentation.
Yes.
Saw that
Try to.
you did a great job, Tracy. Really, really great job. And what we're going to do here is we're going to play Wheel of Seattle. So, a few things we're going to do is we're going to, if everyone can see my screen, can you see that, Tracy?
Yeah.
Okay, great. No problem. So what we're going to do is we also have some polls that we're going to launch on Zoom. So I'm going to spin the wheel. Tracy's going to read the question, and you guys have the choice of picking what letter you think will be the answer. Our friends over here on Facebook, please add the letter into the comments. Our friends over here on Zoom, I'm going to launch a poll, and you can always add it there. Okay, just so you know. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get started. I'm going to spin the wheel. Again, Tracy's going to read the question, and friends on Facebook, add the letters you think on Facebook in the comments because that's how we can do it. And our friends here on Zoom, you can do it through the poll that is going to be launched, okay? So let's start. We're going to start with some music.
Feeling very game showy.
All right, there we go. And I have my microphone. I'm ready to go, guys, okay?
All
Let's
right.
start with round one. Here we go. Tracy, if you want to read the question.
I sure will. Direct flights are available from six major gateways across Canada. Western Canada Lift, obviously extremely very popular because of the proximity, is Vancouver, Kelowna, Victoria, and Calgary. However, our East Coast friends, there are two gateways for you. What are those two gateways from the Eastern Canada?
Okay. So I've launched the poll on Zoom. If you select one of the letters that you think it is, it's up there, guys. Facebook, just pump in onto the comments the letter that you think is part of this Wheel of Fortune here for Wheel of Seattle. All right. Okay, I'm going to end the poll, Tracy. And
Okay.
it looks like you let me know. I feel that it's probably they're going to be guessing what letter do you think?
I'm going to say probably T.
Okay. All right, so let's spin the wheel here. And this is for good karma. Just good karma. $100 of good karma. And we're going to guess the letter T because that is what our friends on Facebook. Don't say the answer, guys, just the letters. Okay.
We've got jumpers. Quick
I know
one.
you guys are good.
Oh, oh.
So
Well
there's
done,
three
everyone.
T's.
Well
Three
done.
T's. What do you think? I think we can spin the wheel another time. I think these guys really listen well, but let's have some fun with it, right, Tracy?
Sure.
Okay, so let's guess a letter. And this is going to be the value of 600 good karma spoiled agents.
And who
Okay,
doesn't
Facebook
need
friends, just
600 good
add the
karma
letters
points?
in Facebook in the comments. All right, our Zoom guys are all over this polling. You guys are doing great. All right, I'm going to end the poll and share it with you. Tracy, what letter do you think is the most popular here?
Ooh, looks to me, I'm thinking R seems to be the next popular choice. How about you?
Yep, it looks
Mhm.
like R as well. And let's see if
Okay,
there's an R.
awesome.
There's two R's. Ooh,
Well done, everyone.
done. All right. Let
Well,
I think I think we can solve this
I think they
puzzle.
could guess, but it's up to you if you want to do another fun spin.
Well, let's solve the puzzle because these guys know what they're doing over here.
They do. They're good listeners. Toronto and Montreal. Well done, everyone.
Okay, I love the background noise, don't you?
Well done, team. Good group effort.
Okay, round
Okay.
two.
Ooh.
We're gonna
All
spin the
right.
wheel, or so you have to say the question. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to read the question.
Yeah.
Okay. The Space Needle underwent their largest renovation in 2018, offering the world's first and only rotating glass floor with that floor to ceiling 360-degree views. What's this new experience called?
And
Two
again, in
words.
the chat on Facebook, we're just looking for the letters, not the answers. We're gonna spin the wheel. It's our spoiled agent's turn. All
Okay.
right, let's see what the good karma is all about here. How much? Okay, it's an $800 value. I'm going to end the polls. And it looks like Facebook friends, make sure you add the letters you think it is. Tracy, what are they guessing?
And T is the most popular.
T is it? Let's see.
All
There is
right.
one T.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see here. I think we have to do another spin. What do you
Definitely
think?
need at least one more, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Spin the wheel.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear it.
Ooh.
I just popped in the poll here. I'm gonna end it. Facebook friends. Okay, Cheryl thinks it's a T. Christina thinks it's a T on Facebook. Our Zoom friends, just I'll give it another second.
Oh, no, we're on the second poll, though.
Oh, right.
There's no T in that one. So we've got to go to the poll number two.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's okay. You know what? Everyone here is guessing what? What are they guessing? What do you think? We should say, well, you can't buy a vowel. So it looks like a lot of people are saying P as well.
Yeah. I can't see on this one. I can't see the poll results. You've just shown me. But
There we go. It's a P.
there you go.
All right. Well, I think these guys are pretty good. And I think, what do you think, Tracy? We're going to solve the puzzle.
You can. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can see the answers flying in and they've spelled it correctly. Well done, everyone.
That's 1,400 good karma
Okay.
just for that round. So there are spoiled agents are up to 2,900. Okay. Like, wow.
Lots of good karma.
I think we have one more round to play, Tracy, and you've
We
done
can
some
play
great
one
job
more.
educating everyone because they're doing such a great job here.
I
All
think
right.
I had really great students.
Okay, round three.
Okay, here we go. Sports, 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 more sports.
Okay, let's spin the
Enjoy a ball
wheel.
game at this outdoor stadium where tickets can be purchased for only $10 on game day. They serve crickets, don't forget. What's the name of that park?
So that's a very affordable game
Yeah,
here.
game day walk up. I mean, pretty cool.
All right. Okay, so in the chat, guys, on Zoom, just put in your what you think it is in the chat. Same with Facebook right now. And we're gonna spin. Okay, the letters. What does everyone here think? So let's look at the chat here on Zoom. A lot of them are saying what? Here we go. Oh, okay. All right. There's an M.
I'm seeing
Okay, Facebook is seeing
T.
a few things, but looks
People
like
aren't seeing the poll necessarily
no,
on,
they're just gonna put in the chat.
yeah, in the chat. So they're just throwing, I see T seems to be the,
Okay,
T is
M as
big, T
well
and
on
M.
Facebook. Here we go. There's an M as well. We're gonna do two
Yeah,
spins.
yeah.
Ooh.
And I'm seeing lots of T's though. Holy moly.
Okay, well, let's do another spin and we're gonna use the
Okay,
T. How's that? Let's get
sure.
before we solve the puzzle because these guys really listen. This is for 800 good karma. Okay. All right. Well, it seems to be the T is all over Zoom and Facebook. Thank you guys. We're gonna put T in here.
All right.
And there is one T. There's one T.
Terrific.
But I feel, what do you think, Tracy? I think we should do one more spin for this one, right? So just you guys
Just to
just
be
pop in.
sure.
Yeah,
Although
just
I see people are throwing in the answer already.
I know there's
We've got
been
an eager
oh,
group.
listen. We'll do one more. You
All
guys,
right.
there's no poll for this one. We're doing an extra round. Just pop it in the chats on Facebook and Zoom. Let's see here. We're gonna do some more good karma points. And this is for $100 of good karma. And what does everyone think? In the chat and Zoom, Facebook, guys, what one more letter?
Seeing
B.
B.
B. What do you think? They're saying
B.
a lot of B's.
I'm seeing a lot of B's as well.
All right, we're gonna give it a
Yeah.
B.
Okay.
These guys know what they're doing, Tracy.
I think they do. They're, like I say, great students.
Okay, well, I feel we can solve the puzzle. Here we
I feel like I know in the webinar chat here, we've got lots who've already solved it.
go.
Quick studies. There you go.
The answer is
Supposed to be Mobile Park.
T-Mobile Park. Look at
Gonna
that.
be a great summer for ball games.
Let's go to the final score. Again, this is all for good karma. No one's winning from this. The final score, the Filipinos won 4,400 points.
Well done, everyone.
Amazing.
Well
Amazing.
done.
Let's Well, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Some great questions as well. Thank you all so much. I see people are putting the answers in the chat. They were also putting them in the Q&A, but that's okay. No problem for sure. And any questions that, we didn't have any clarity on, or we're going to get back to, we're going to send them off to Visit Seattle as well. So not to worry about that. But you guys have done a really great job. Tracy, it has been a pleasure to work with you today. You did
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Susan, for having us from Visit Seattle. We're super excited. We feel like, well, like I say, I'm in Victoria, and I feel like Seattle's like our cousin. We're so close, and super accessible. So thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your, summer days and last week of school. I know for those of you who have kids, so it's a busy time of year. We really appreciate everyone taking time, and we'll hope to see 3 of you in October at our amazing fam.
Well, and that's it. Don't forget, someone like this is like the gift that keeps giving here today. You guys, someone's going to win a $100 gift card. 3 of you are going to maybe be eligible for a fan. And of course, this is on YouTube. So if anyone needs to go back and refer to anything, you can. We're always happy for that. It's live on LinkedIn as well. We're live on Facebook. Yes,
And I have one more thing, because somebody did ask if we're ever coming to Montreal. We
Ooh,
are going to be doing a bit of a sales mission. You guys are getting a shh.
spilling the tea.
I'm spilling some tea, really probably a little prematurely, but because somebody asked, there's a chance you will see us in Toronto, Montreal, and Edmonton this fall. So do stay tuned. We'll make sure that all of you who are on here will add you to our update list when we do that if we do that sales mission, we'll make sure to let you know when and where those events will be held. Okay.
Great. So I think our friend Celine probably asked that. She's a great Montrealer. That's always a great support to all of us.
Yeah.
And all of our spoiled agents, you guys join us across the country and to meet our friend Tracy. And you know what? I learned a lot about Seattle today and it looks so enticing. So you guys get your specials program done. Get on that FAM so you can tell me all about it.
It's going to be fun.
Thanks,
Guaranteed. All right. Thanks, everyone. And thank you so much again, Susan.
Oh, thank you.